This daily practice transforms scarcity thinking into abundant living. I see you, Mama. Sometimes caught in the undertow of what's lacking, broken, or overwhelming in your family life. The constant needs, the messes, the unfinished projects, they can overshadow the countless gifts that are really woven throughout your ordinary days. Our culture's focus on more and better and different, it creates a subtle but persistent backdrop of scarcity thinking that can color even the most blessed life with shades of discontentment. And in the garden, abundance emerges from the humble recognition of what's already present, the quality of the soil, the miracle of the sunshine, the gift of the rain, the mystery of seeds. And the wise gardener begins not with complaints about what's missing, but with gratitude for what's already given. And before adding amendments or new plants, they first notice what's already flourishing and what is the soil made out of. What are the resources that are already available? What beauty already exists in the space they tend? Our spiritual ancestors, they understood gratitude not as a fleeting emotion, but as a cultivated practice that transforms perception. And they recognized that giving thanks wasn't dependent on perfect circumstances, but was itself the path to experiencing the sacred within the ordinary. Across wisdom traditions, gratitude practices stand at the center of spiritual formation. From the Eucharist, which literally means thanksgiving, to the Jewish practice of saying 100 blessings each day, to the Buddhist emphasis on appreciating the miracle of each breath. This cultivation of gratitude, it might look like naming gifts around the dinner table, keeping a simple family gratitude journal, or establishing small rituals of thanksgiving throughout your day, throughout your year. And these aren't mere niceties, but profound practices that literally rewire neural pathways in your brain. So contemporary neuroscience confirms what wisdom traditions have long taught, that intentional gratitude practice actually changes brain structure. It strengthens the neural circuits that notice and appreciate the good, and it weakens the pathways of negativity bias. The profound truth is that what we habitually notice expands in our experience. And when our attention consistently gravitates toward problems, lacks, and disappointments, these aspects of life loom increasingly large in our perception. But when we train ourselves to notice gifts, beauties, moments of grace, these occupy more space in our awareness. And this isn't magical thinking or denial, but a rebalancing of our attention to include the whole truth of our experience. For mothers especially, gratitude serves as a powerful antidote to the feelings of inadequacy that our perfectionist culture can foster. And when social media and glossy magazines present ideal versions of our motherhood and home life, the gap between those images and our lived reality can trigger shame or discouragement or disappointment. But the practice of intentionality, noticing and naming the good in your actual life, however imperfect it is, bridges the gap, and it reveals the authentic abundance that exists beyond the curated images. Children naturally absorb the attentional patterns of those who raise them. And when they witness consistent practices of noticing gifts rather than fixating on lacks, they too will develop the same tendency toward gratitude. And this doesn't mean ignoring the real problems or denying difficult emotions, but rather expanding awareness to include the whole picture, both the challenges and the blessings. They exist alongside each other. The practice of gratitude, it transforms not just our subjective experience, but our actual behavior. And research consistently shows that people who practice gratitude demonstrate greater generosity, greater patience, and greater kindness. Don't we all want that? And when we live from a sense of abundance rather than scarcity, we become more capable of extending grace, forgiveness, and understanding. These are qualities that are essential to healthy family life. And when you tend this soil of gratitude, you're not being blind to real challenges, but you're creating an atmosphere where your children learn to notice and celebrate the good that remains present even in difficult seasons. It's a resilience, and it's building a practice that will serve them their entire lives. Children raised in an attitude or an atmosphere of genuine appreciation develop what psychologists call an abundance mindset, the capacity to recognize opportunities, resources, and possibilities where others see only limitations. This doesn't mean forcing gratitude or denying legitimate feelings of disappointment or sadness. Those are going to happen. But authentic gratitude coexists with the full range of the human emotion rather than suppressing it. And sometimes the most powerful gratitude practices emerge not from perfect circumstances, but from finding the threads of grace woven through our most challenging seasons. I hear you, Mama, and I'm listening. Mama, I want you to celebrate your Mama moment. Share with us what simple gratitude practice might take root in your family's daily rhythm today. What can you start today? To cultivate gratitude this week, here's an idea. You could start small, but choose one consistent transition in your day, first thing in the morning or before lunch or whatever it might be, and establish a simple gratitude ritual, each person naming one specific gift they noticed today. You will have to train them to do this. If you have more capacity, create a visual gratitude collection, perhaps a jar with small slips of paper, a dedicated space on a bulletin board, or a simple journal where family members can contribute. They can write down what they're thankful for, what they're noticing of gifts, large and small. And remember, mamas, beautiful mamas, the soil of gratitude is enriched through specificity and consistency and simple practices of planting seeds of abundance that will gradually transform your family's experience of daily life. And may your garden flourish as you cultivate the transformative practice of seeing and celebrating the countless gifts hidden in plain sight.